Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Generations for Cybertron Soundwave. Now, this guy is supposed to be the version of Soundwave from the War for Cybertron and Full of Cybertron games. And it's supposed to be a Cybertronian van. So, yeah. This is definitely a cool looking vehicle mode in my opinion. I mean, right at the front where we normally have the boombox, well not boombox, that's blaster, but we normally have the tape player, like the tape deck. It's now the front of the vehicle. We have these little lawnmower like teeth. So I guess you can grab onto a small Autobahn and just stab it. Having a 360, we got all this amazing detailing here, which I really like. Got the back here. The wheels are a translucent purple and this silver color. And the underneath, which doesn't have any robot junk underneath, which I really appreciate. So yeah. Now the top, we've got, if I remove this, would be his usual shoulder cannon battery thing. This is a usual Soundwave accessory. But we also have this red chair. And from what I can remember, this actually can accommodate a Diaclone driver. I'm not sure if that's true. I just remember reading that on TF Wiki. I'm not sure if it's fully true. But yeah. Now for comparison, here he is with RID Soundwave. And these are supposed to be the same, well, version of Soundwave, mind you. These are both meant to be the aligned version of Soundwave. So yeah, they're both Cybertronian vans. Although this is much more simplified. So yeah. Now, this being Soundwave, he does have the usual Soundwave gimmick. While normally he comes with Laserbeak, here I have these little circle thingies. These are supposed to be Ravage, Rumble, that's actually what the box calls them, so let's just avoid the arguments and call them Rumble, and Ratbat. These are the figures I got with Soundwave, although normally he comes with Laserbeak. So, yeah. So these are supposed to be... Oops, sorry, I banged the table by accident, I think. But these are supposed to be data discs. Like, not CDs, but... like, data discs. So they've got, like, this weird pattern on them. So here's Ravage. Here's Rumble. Or if you really want to call him, then Frenzy, but officially Rumble. And well, here's Ratbat. So yeah. And just like with the original Soundwave, these can go into him. So just straighten that out. There's a button here that you can push. If I can stop banging my table by accident, because that's making the phone wobble around. But here we have this huge gap in the figure. And that allows me to stick 2 of these discs in. Only 2, sadly. I mean, I guess if you're really daring, then you can put 3. Although you can't really shut it, but if you want to, you can fit all 3. And then you can just fly them off. Although there is a problem where it can get jammed. Oh, there we go. And while they pop out, they also transform. Although, I'm just going to show the transformation later, so if I can just try and get this back in. Excuse me. Okay, now, there we go. Now I'll just try and straighten this back out for the vehicle mode. There we go. Now, for one last comparison in vehicle modes, or alt mode, here we have Rumble with Prime Rumble. And keep in mind, these are supposed to be the same characters as well. So, how Rumble went from being just a little circle to an entire car, I don't know. But, well, before we get on to Soundwave's transformation, let's get on with the little data discs first. These little guys, well, they auto-transform, because remember, they do pop out of Soundwave's chest like the original figures do. So let's just get on with their little auto-transformations. To start us off, here we have Ravage. Although you do have to do a bit of manual transformation with him as well, where you have to spin around the back legs. But after that, yeah, this is definitely Ravage. I guess I did forget to show a comparison with Battle Ravage from Energon, but, well, they're not really the same character. So, eh. But yeah. So, here we have the little head. Got a little Decepticon insignia there. Got what's supposed to be the little tail, which I don't know if that's supposed to fold out. I mean, it looks like there's a bit that's supposed to fold out. So just bear with me here. Probably not, and I'm just making a fool of myself, so I'm not going to. It's probably not supposed to, so I'm not going to do it. But, well, one complaint I have with Ravage is you can see right through him. I mean, you see what? Yeah, there's an entire gap right through him. So, yeah, not really the best. But, well, next up, we have Ratbat. And Ratbat is actually supposed to be a retooling of the Laserbeak molds. So I technically still have Laserbeak, although it's just a different figure. And this depicts Ratbat as more, well, swooping in, because normally Ratbat's supposed to be depicted as something like this, where he's like upright. But no, here it just depicts him as being, well, it depicts him as just swooping in. But yeah, this figure does look pretty good. Once again, here's a little head. And if I just get this figure transformed so we can get to the comparison later on. There we go. Because it's time to transform Rumble. So if we just drop him. And he just belly flops pretty much. And just like with Ravage, you have to do a bit of transforming after you drop him, because you have to flip out his feet and do his arms. But after that, this is a really good looking figure. I mean, the way it flips out is definitely unique. So having a look at the detailing here. Having a look at the face. Definitely reminds you of Rumble. Sadly, the arms are not molded to resemble his pole drivers, but oh well. And in comparison with Prime Rumble, keep in mind, these are meant to be the same characters. Whew. My god, that's quite an upgrade. Because I think Prime Rumble came out after the little Minicon guy came out. But well, if I get all 3 data discs together, well, this is when my throat stops working. So, I think from best to worst, my favorite will have to be Ratbat. And then it'll be Rumble. And my least favorite is definitely Ravage. But to transform them back, because they are auto... Well, they do auto transform, so it makes sense to show them how they transform back. With Ravage, fold his legs back up. And fold them around. Fold the entire front section up. And that section will fight you often. Fold the little tail thing up. And then try and push the legs in. This section will also try to fight you. It's just a matter of trying to get everything situated. There we go. So that's Ravage back in his disc mode. For Ratbat, take his head, fold that around, fold that, then fold his neck around because that's also attached to the wings. Oh, I missed a step. Because you're supposed to fold the tail up first and then fold the wings. There we go. Then with Rumble, take the feet, fold them down, take the arms, move them up, fold them to the back, move the entire section up, and then move the legs out, and then there we go. So yeah, now if I just get Soundwave into place, excuse me. Okay, there we go. I lost him for a few seconds there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So if we just raise the camera. Okay, now. So this guy's got an interesting but rather fun transformation. So I like to start by straightening out the front bit. Taking this section and just moving that forward. Take the feet and move them out. Untab the legs. And then turn the little side sections around. If you remember my March, if I can speak correctly, my March collection video, I forgot to spin those around. Try and untab this from the actual figure so it out. Actually really helped my thumb. untap that, because that's Soundwave's waste. There we go. Take this, because this is just going to get out the way for now. Take these and get them out the way. So, going to be his arms. Take the front wheels and move them to the back. Move these up, and these actually expose Soundwave's head. Orientate the arms and try and fold these bits around. Before I do the hands, get this around. Fold this entire bit around. Like so it's all flush with the back. Then come in here, get the fists. I don't know why my phone keeps doing that. Maybe I'm just gonna have to bin it and just smash it with a hammer and set the bin on fire. But well, get the hands. There we go. So just get them out of the little thing they were hiding in, just turn them around. And well, here we have Soundwave in his robot mode. And yeah, that is definitely a unique transformation there. Now, with this little gun thing, you can either put it in his hand or, well, come on, it's Soundwave's shoulder cannon. It's supposed to go on his shoulder. There we go. That's Soundwave. Well, having a little 360 of the figure. Yeah, he has a little bit of a backpack, but that's just to accommodate for his little gimmick. That I did show in the vehicle mode, but I will show in robot mode, as I think it works a little bit better in robot mode. Having a look at Soundwave's head, that definitely looks like Soundwave's head in my opinion. It definitely looks really good, and we do have a bit of light piping, which is really, well, that is really good. So yeah. Now for articulation. Well, I don't think the head can move. If I get this out of the way, just for the head. Well, the head can move, although it's rather tight, so don't really. Well, the head can move, although the neck joint is pretty tight. The arms can move, of course. We can't really T-pose that far. Technically well, he's got elbows and sideways elbow action. It's got a wrist joint there. There's no waist articulation. Legs can move up, can move back. Can do the splits. It's got knees. And he's got some foot articulation there. So yeah. Well, he is lacking some articulation in some spots. He's still sort of poseable. So yeah. But, he still is intimidating while standing still. Now, for a comparison, this guy's a 3-step changer, so I'm not even gonna pause the video to show his transformation. For comparison, here he is with RID Soundwave. And as you can see, RID Soundwave is a bit taller. And well, a bit shittier in my opinion. I definitely prefer full Cybertron Soundwave. Because this guy's only got articulation and that's it. This guy's got way more articulation, so yeah. Now for the gimmick, we can still open that up and push that in. I was gonna push this out. We can still take the data discs and push them in. If it'll let you, come on. Yeah, Ratbat's often not a good fit, so I'm just gonna use Ravage for this. There we go. So yeah, even you can put 2 data discs in there at the cost of giving him quite a bit of back kibble. Yeah, but now if he wants to eject his little, well, if he wants to eject his little minions, then he can. There we go. So he just ejected Ravage, although not really that much, so let's do it for him. There we go. So that's Ravage, ready to pounce on someone. Next up, Rumble. He didn't transform either, but there we go. Just did it manually. I think I might need a new phone stand because it keeps checking up. But here's Rumble, and there we go. And if I can just quickly get Ratbat, there we go. Although you can't see them, I do have them standing next to Soundwave. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this figure. Now, complaints, well, I only have a few. One, the articulation can be a bit lacking in some areas. For example, the head is a bit limited just because of this little thing getting in the way. Can't really T-pose that far, and well, there's no waist articulation if I can speak properly. But aside from that, that's really it. My complaints more stem from the data discs. For example, Ravage is hollow, if it will focus, which it won't, but you can see Ravage is hollow. Rumble is cool, but well, they didn't sculpt in the pile drivers, which is just a nitpick. And with Ratbat, they should have given him a new sculpt instead of making him borrow Laserbeat sculpt. But well, aside from that, that's all I have to say. So, do I recommend this figure? Well, definitely. I mean, if you're a Soundwave fan, you need this figure. This is an awesome figure, and well, I just love it so much. But well, say you're more of an Autobot fan, they did remold this figure as Blaster. So if you're more of an Autobot fan, then go ahead and get the Blaster recolor, because you can get this as Steeljaw, this as either Eject or Rewind, and this as, well, not an Autobot version of Ratbat, but as Sunder. Ow, I just hit some of my bed, but well, before I do something else stupid by accident, let's end the review here. This has been my review on FOC Cybertron Soundwave, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.